Alright everyone, how's it going? Just had to let out a wee big sigh there. I had to make a noise of some sort. What is going on, everybody? This is a weird time that we're all in. It's what day is it today? Jeez, I don't even know. All the days running together, one thing after another. We're doing the same thing every single day, but somehow it seems like we are just disappearing in the time. It's crazy. It's almost the third week in April. It's currently the third week of the isolation, the third week of the quarantine over where I am anyway. I don't know where you are in the world, but in terms of here in Glasgow, we are nearly finished week 3 of isolation, where everything is shut down. Week 3 of lockdown anyway, where everything is closed and everything is shut and we can't go out the house really, other than to go a walk. And that's what I've been doing. I've been going a walk every day, and even that, I feel guilty, you know what I mean? I'm walking about and I'm seeing all these other people who are out, and I'm like, why is there so many people outside when we are told not to go outside? But here I am, one of those people outside. But in terms of going to shops and stuff, I'm not doing it. In terms of going to visit pals, I'm not doing it. As much as I would love to go to shops and I'd love to go visit my friends, I just don't want to get involved. I just don't want to be one of those people who not only breaks the rules, but puts myself and my family and people I'm coming in contact with in danger. And that's the thing we're going through, isn't it? Like, it's actual danger that we're all going through. And sometimes that's kind of hard to think about, and it's really taken me a while to get my head around that. And I feel like I still feel like I'm not taking it seriously enough. And not, I obviously understand how many people are dying and how many people are getting unwell and that sort of thing. But just in terms of the magnitude of everything, it's still a bit kind of a novelty, really. Like, I'm like, oh, we need to stay indoors. Why? I know we need to stay indoors, but just I'm struggling to digest the fact that literally everywhere is shut and I can't access anyone. It's just strange. And you probably tell as well, all feckin' hairdressers are shut and the barbers are shut. I've not had a haircut in about 2 months. I look like I'm going to turn into Tom Hanks and Castaway. Can't grow a beard. If I could grow a beard, I would. So yes, so what's been going on? So I've had the disaster. I don't know if there's any CM42 TV diehards out there. There's probably not, but in case there are, hello. Thank you for being you. I appreciate you. You might have noticed that the past couple of days there has been no videos, and that's because there's been a bit of a disaster. There has been a bit of a meltdown here at the studio, in the production company that we have here in my house. My laptop broke, which is the worst possible timing, not because we're not doing anything and not because there's no shops to go and buy a new one, but literally because everything's shut, so I'm not working and I don't have enough money to buy a new one or just get it fixed. Luckily, I'm not even going to touch that. Luckily, I have a bunch of these things. A bunch of these external hard drives. I've got 3 of them. There's one. There's the first one I ever bought a couple of years ago. And then I've got one that's currently working, which is brand new. So luckily I have all my videos and I have all my pictures and I have all my vlogs and everything saved. So it's not as if I was one of those real like life-changing and life-destroying moments where everything was destroyed and all these files and videos and pictures were gone. Luckily, they're all backed up and that sort of thing, which is cool. But in terms of just the access and the novelty of having a laptop is gone, and it's weird. We take so much for granted, and that's another thing this whole thing is making us realise, that we take so much for granted. Not just being able to go outdoors and not just be able to talk to your pals and your family, but things like, when something's taken away from you, you're like, oh my god, the novelty of having a laptop there just to check YouTube any time of the day, that's gone, and that's strange. And that's just that's another thing I'm not really used to yet. So it's been gone a couple of days. And because my mum has been working from home as well, just like all of us, she's been working during the day on this sort of spare work-based laptop. So she's been doing that, and then when she's not been working, I've been able to take the laptop and do the editing at night. So it was just after 10 o'clock just now, and I've done some editing, I've done some filming, and I'm just trying to cram everything into this small window that I have to use the laptop. And I'm not taking that for granted. I'm trying to use it, to the best that I can. And it's another challenge to to try and overcome, and that's what we do. That's what we do here on CM42 TV. But just in life, you get a challenge and you try to overcome it. So that's what we're doing here. So that's what I've been doing. I've been working on trying to keep active with not having a laptop. So I've been using a spare one here. It's not quite as good, not quite as fast, but it's my birthday's in a few months' time, so hopefully I can save up some extra money and maybe get a new laptop for my birthday or something, I don't know. So that's the goal anyway. So I'm using this one just now. So if production's slow, I apologise. That's why there's not been any videos. That's why the videos have been going down and that sort of thing, and revenue's been going down, and comments have been going down, that sort of thing, because there's not been any videos. So, and because of the problems that we've been having here, that's what's happening. Also, got this. Thankfully the post is still a thing. I picked up this in the mail, got this through the door the other day. Under the Black Hat, the voice of wrestling, Jim Ross, which is My Life in the WWE and Beyond. The second, I believe, Jim Ross autobiography. I know he's done a bunch of other books, like cooking books and stuff. But he did one called Slobber Knocker, which I thought was a whole life autobiography. And I did think JR's been around for a while. There's a lot of stuff in one book, but apparently it only goes up until 99, WrestleMania 15, with the first Bell's palsy incident. So this picks up right at WrestleMania 15, which is really interesting because it's like peak WWE and it's like going through that whole time. It's kind of like my childhood. My childhood's like 2001 up to 2003, that early sort of ruthless aggression era. And he's a big part of that, being like the talent relations guy and that sort of thing. So that's kind of where this book starts and goes all the way up until he leaves WWE, I'm assuming. So I'm really enjoying that. I'm kind of a third of the way through it so far. Checking it out as well. We've got stuff from The Rock, Chris Jericho and Mark Cuban on the back. 3 of the greatest wrestlers of all time. So we have that there. So I'm enjoying that in my spare time. In terms of watching things, I'm not really a TV show guy. Anybody who listens to my podcast knows that. I'm more of a film guy. But I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the downtime. Maybe it's the being stuck in the house. I shouldn't say stuck in the house, but it's being safe in the house. I've been watching a lot more TV shows. So I got Disney Plus. That's the big thing. Me and my sister have halved it, and we thought we'll make the investment for the year and have Disney Plus and have all the films there at your fingertips and all those classic shows. And the first one I went to was The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Probably my favourite Disney Channel show. My favourite Nickelodeon show when I was younger was probably Keenan and Kel and Drake and Josh. They were my favourite ones, but in terms of Disney Channel, it was always The Sweet Life, Hannah Montana, and That's So Raven, and all of them were on there, but I started with The Sweet Life. And today, actually, I just watched the Christmas episode, which at the time I would have said was one of the greatest TV episodes ever, but now looking back, it's a little bit different. It's still cool, and it's very nostalgic, but it's maybe not as great as I remembered, so... I'm loving that, checking out those old episodes, and actually there was an episode that I hadn't seen before, and I didn't enjoy it as much as the ones that I knew. I didn't enjoy it as much as the Mad Nostalgia ones, because I was like really enjoying those old school episodes that I almost knew the lines to, you know, so really good ones, man, like the Jesse McCartney ones there, and even the one where they first move in and you get to meet Maddie in London, and Mr. Moseby is so funny, and Esteban and Arwen. Those are like my favourite characters when I was younger, so I'm checking that out on Disney Plus, as well as the Clone Wars. I was watching the Clone Wars before I got Disney Plus, but not on the most reliable source. Like I don't have the Blu-rays or the DVDs, I was watching it elsewhere. And although it was fine, it was a bit of a faff getting to it. So the fact it's there right in front of you on Disney Plus, that's making, you know, it really easy. And I'm watching it in chronological order, if anybody's curious. You know, that seems to be like the conversation when you bring up the Clone Wars. Are you watching it in the order, or are you watching it in chronological order? And it's all over the place. Like the first 2 episodes you're supposed to watch is like midway through season 3. Then you watch the film, which I did because it was on TV around Rise of Skywalker time. So I recorded it then, knowing I would get to it, and just so happened that it was the perfect timing. So I checked that, and then I went back to the first episode, and I'm on season 1, episode 14 or something. So I'm really enjoying that. And now, at first I was thinking these are like standalone episodes, whereas now we're really getting into like a story. It was like cliffhangers and that sort of thing. So that's really cool. I watched Tiger King. My God, one of my favourite, let me see how to phrase this, one of my favourite mental documentary series. I loved Making a Murderer, I loved Abducted in Plain Sight, I loved Don't F With Cats, all these other ones that are just mental. The Madeleine McCann one, mental. This has got to be one of my favourites, if not my favourite. I loved Making a Murderer though. I couldn't decide between Making a Murderer and Tiger King, but Tiger King was the most bizarre, unbelievable. You wouldn't believe it if you didn't see it. And if you didn't know it was real, you'd think, how do you write that in a show? And it's not only about this guy's love for tigers and big cats, but it's every episode brings in this other element. There's murder, and then there's a hit put on something, ransom, and then there's gay marriage, and then there's animal cruelty, and then someone's murdered their husband, and it's just like every episode. It's just, and there's some for fraud, and then someone buys the zoo, and it's just there's a new massive issue every single time. It's mental. I can't recommend Tiger King enough. I also watched Sunderland Till I Die, the Netflix series about Sunderland AFC, which is really interesting, and people, lots of football fans I've spoken to about it are like, why, you couldn't even pay me money to watch a series about Sunderland, they're that bad, and they are bad. But it's someone like me who is a big football fan, but has kind of recently become a big football fan the past few years. It's really interesting for me to kind of look in that sort of behind the scenes, you know, aspect and the inner workings of the football club. That's really interesting. I've never seen that before, so that's really cool. We checked out season 1 and just started season 2 last night. I started The Big Bang Theory from season 1 again. Used to be one of my favourite shows, but up until about season 8, I kind of dropped off because it did kind of get worse. And I used to watch it every week, and I stopped watching it, and I've never seen it at start to finish. And those first 4 seasons are really, really strong. So they're all on Netflix, so I've started back from the start. I'm now just about to start season 3, loving that, watching a couple of episodes a night. And other than that, I've been just checking out the usual wrestling, staying on top of my scheduled shows and that sort of thing, and Practical Jokers, all that stuff. But it's really bringing me round to watching more TV shows. And if there's one silver lining out of all this downtime, you know, I was trying to be more productive with videos, but the laptop blew up, so I couldn't do that. I've been able to exercise a lot, and of course you're spending time with family a lot more, which is great. But in terms of just like a sort of consumption benefit, I'm watching a lot more TV, which is cool, and Netflix shows and that sort of thing, and Disney Plus. So let that continue. I plan to go into Ozark next because I like watching things that are kind of got a bit of buzz about them. And Ozark season 3 has just came on. Also, the Big Show's sitcom, it's just started on Netflix. I'm going to check that out too. I've not yet checked out the High School Musical series on Disney Plus. I'm kind of skeptical, but I've heard some good things, which makes me a bit confused. So maybe I'll check that out very, very soon. And yes, I have seen The Mandalorian start to finish. And if you're watching it week to week on Disney Plus, it's only getting better. You are in for a treat. And that season finale, directed by Taika Waititi, is a treat. So look forward to that. Hope everybody's doing well. Just wanted to do a quick wee channel update talking about the new book, what I've been watching, and the laptop problems. I should be back on schedule now, doing the same videos that I normally do every week, depending on the day of the week. So I'll be back tomorrow, of course, with another. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow is a reaction to a music video from a band I like. So check that tomorrow, and then I'll be back as usual every single day here on CM42 TV until we have some more laptop problems, which undoubtedly, because we're in this awful time for it, I'm assuming it's going to happen very, very soon. So take care of yourselves. Remember to continue to stay safe, stay indoors, self-isolate, use this time. I can't stress that enough. There can be silver linings, you know, and this sort of thing. A big silver lining as well, I may or may not have started a brand new podcast about wrestling. So I'll talk about that more when it's launched, but it's set to get posted on Sunday on your usual podcasting outlets. So I'll be in touch in terms of that. But I've also been doing that in my spare time, been organising this new podcast, which has been a lot of fun. So the silver linings are more time with your family, get to watch some more stuff, learn some more stuff, exercise physically. You don't need to go to a gym to exercise. You can do yoga, you can do stretches, you can go a run, a walk. I've been going walks every day, all that sort of stuff. There are silver linings, but the only thing about silver linings are sometimes your laptop breaks and put a big sort of halt on everything you want to do. So yeah, enjoy this downtime. I know it's scary. You might have loved ones that are injured that are ill and could be, you know, in serious health risks and that sort of thing. And of course that's awful. But think about, in terms of, we're never going to have this downtime again. Use it to rest. Use it to spend more time with your family. Be creative. There's always ways around it. So until next time, folks, thanks so much for watching this on CM42 TV. I love everybody who watches these videos. I love all your support. It just means the world to me. And if you can continue to watch, leave me comments, share them with your pals, and subscribe, I would be forever grateful. And we're back to normal here on CM42 TV. Thanks so much. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you all in the next video.